So we're back after our crash. We're harvesting gems from the Beach Boys to the glory of the Trinity. And where were we? I believe we were... Oh, actually no, we were in this zone here. We were looking at, oh my goodness, surfing. Give me, they don't have a sample of it on? As the first Beach Boys single. Effectively began the Beach Boys' music career. Well, that's huge, because look at the word surfing. All the center letters divide by 3, and oh my goodness, that's so obvious. Look at the center of surfing is love. And you got the 227s. That's a precious, priceless gem, because this is the first song that catapulted the Beach Boys. Oh, I'm going to cry. Even look at the record. X Records. Well, X is 24888. Just look at the details. 45 RPM, triple 15. Surfing. Surfing. Even the disc says 301 down there. Surfing. It was recorded on the 3rd day of October. Threes galore. Like, you got to go to the beginning in order to get... So Surfing, their first single that basically began their career, and Surfing. Oh my. And then look at the love in Surfing. A U and an F in the center make 27. An R and I make 27. There's love at the center of Surfing, and then that got flanked in 33 to make truth. Equals Wikipedia, by the way. In 6 letters and 12 strokes. That is too divine. As the first Beach Boys single in November 1961, the single effectively began the Beach Boys' music career, establishing them at the vanguard of what would later be regarded the California sound. Initially, the group were trying to think of something original and creative that they could write a song about. Brian Wilson remembers that one day, my brother Dennis came home from the beach and said, "Hey, surfing's getting really big." Oh, like, surfing's just getting really big. Like, as in, the sport is just catching on. You guys ought to write a song about it. The song features Mike Love on lead vocals with Carl Wilson on backing vocals and guitar. I like the fact that Love is on lead vocals, like his last name Love, with kind of Al Drummond backing vocals and stand-up bass. Song it was never released. I want to listen to that now. Well, you can find that on YouTube, I'm sure. Even the length is 210, which equals 210 is William Merriweather. What's interesting to me is that's the 3rd song they apparently recorded. All of these were recorded on the 3rd day of October. Lavender was their first. Well, no, that's just sorted by so that's just sorted by alphabetically, but there's 3 of them that they recorded. Talk about 3s. And apparently Surfin' was the one that was like the official quintessential. I mean, obviously the Beach Boys are all about surfing. So that could technically be their very first one, but Lavender also divides by 3. This Lao, almost every letter divides by 3. 55 glorifies the number 3. So that's pretty obvious. I love going to the very beginning because that's where you get the best gems. Surfing. Little Surfer Girl came right after that. So it was all about surfing. Beach Boys Stomp? You gotta be kidding me. This is crazy. And then look at all the gems look at all the songs that you don't even recognize. You know? And Surfin' USA is very recognizable to everyone. But a lot of these songs up until then are less known to the general public. Amazing. And the Little Deuce Coupe, Surfer Girl. But clearly the surf theme all began with this one word, surfing. Which equals truth. Which equals Wikipedia, like our favorite words in this whole journey. It's all truth. That's what I'm sharing here, is the truth of God's glory numerically in all of world history. So that's huge. And by the way, the word safari equals love. So surfing safari divides by 3 stunningly. Surfing contains love at the center, just like the word Christ, just like the word history, and it's amazing, amazing. It's called True History. 1962, Surfing Safari came out. By the way, Lost and Found, their first album divides by 3. Lost and Found, both words divide by 3. That comes out in 1991. Oh, I see. So they were releasing songs that no one had ever heard. That's why they released Lost and Found in 1991. That's why God made the radio. I like them glorifying God. Yeah, well, I have no idea what their faith is like. It would be an interesting one to No, but that is amazing. Their first song, Surfin'. Let's see. You know what? I don't want to have a copyright issue, but you can find that for yourself on YouTube. Competent. Fun, fun, fun. Oh my goodness. It really hits it home to you when you look at the artwork. It's like the Beach Boys in all capital letters. It's like the obvious threes are just staring you in the face. Oh my goodness. It's all about love. There's like a classic shot of them. That's the classic. Romance. Oh man. You know, just hilarious. Just hilarious. So this is them in 2014. Love is right there. And then who's on the far right? Those are two of the originals. And Johnston, far right. Or is Johnston the original? I don't know if he is. No way. One more time. I mean, they're clearly the oldest looking guys out there. Mike Love. I love it. Oh my goodness. What a craziness. There they are with the president. Excuse me, folks. There they are with President Reagan. Like, what a crazy legacy. The joy. Just the lightness and the joy that this brings. Oh my goodness. Wow. This was their official logo, the Beach Boys. 15 big ones. There's a... Man! What is 15 big ones? Maybe that was like their top. Man. Look at... What an incredible journey. Good vibrations, that's classic. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me excitation. I'm picking up... It's pure fun. Love is fun, man. It's like, don't give me none of that like psycho serious like junk. I want to have a fun love story. Come on, this is hilarious. See, even that one feels a little bit slow for me. I prefer stuff like this. Like, this is hilarious. Pet sounds. Oh my goodness. Man, with hair like that, how can you go wrong? Oh man, this is too good. This is one of my favorites for sure. I get around. Surfing USA. Surfing. I mean, you can't. Oh my goodness. Little Deuce Coupe. Surfing USA is so classic. It's so ridiculously classic. I'm curious as to what's written on this monument. Oh my goodness, there they are, I guess. Yeah. Site of the childhood home of the Beach Boys. Wow. Oh man. That is so touching. It's all about love, people. God is love. Praise God. This is just amazing. Oh, praise you, Jehovah. I praise thee. This is so eye-opening and so revealing for all of mankind. We're not in the Beatles right here. We're in the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys touches me greatly. I mean, I grew up listening to all of their songs. I love California and the beach like crazy, and I'm a total nostalgic and romantic. These guys are, but I love fun like crazy. Fun, fun, fun equals 1, 2, 3. That is priceless. This is priceless revelation for the glory of God. Man, we just got to keep eating this up. I'm sorry. There's more to be seen here. X Records. So, okay. So I back to there's so much to dig up here. There's so much to read. But the beginning, the very beginning. So we talked about Brian Wilson. You know, and you can... So Brian was the key leader. Hawthorne High School. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there's the gem we were looking for. Hawthorne High School. That would basically be their first performing ground. The high school. That adds to the full birth name of Elvis Presley, triple eight, tripled, and tripled again. There's a big gem in the story of the Beach Boys. I love the humble roots. That's where you find the biggest gems. Where did it all begin? Where did these young men have their humble beginnings? Hawthorne High School. And that's really special because Hawthorne High is pure 72s, 144. So Hawthorne High, the first two words make the first two 72s, and then the word school equals 72. So it's too glaringly obvious. Hawthorne High School. That was the beginning of where they performed. That was it, their local high school. They grew up in Hawthorne. The Beach Boys, 72 plus 72 plus 72. It's too perfect. Triple eight, tripled, and tripled again. So that's the big original gem. Amazing. Family gatherings, so then they brought in Mike Love. Later, Brian, Mike Love, and two friends performed at Hawthorne High School. And then he had a high school classmate. Of course, classmate divides by 3, both words, and 9 letters, 21 strokes. Thank God for every classmate. Al Jardine, who had already played guitar in a folk group called the Islanders, which glorifies number 3, 101. Brian suggested to Jardine that they team up with his cousin and brother Carl. So Brian is the total spearhead here. At these sessions held in Brian's bedroom, the Beach Boys sound began to form. Amazing. And the Beach Boys sound divides by 3. Love encouraged Brian to write songs and gave the fledgling band its name, the Pendletones. Well, there you go. See that? The Pendletones equals triple love. Yes, Jehovah! I worship thee. I've just solved the original name of the Beach Boys, which is the Pendletones. Hallelujah! That's triple love. Chain linked and bookended with 3s. The current date and time for historic purposes. This has never been seen or understood by mankind until this exact moment in history in the name of love. That sticker was not planned to be put there. It's just literally I was randomly sticking stickers all around my monitors, and it just so happened that love ends up by the date and time where I always capture on video camera to record for the glory of God. Triple love. That's the original name of the Beach Boys, the Pendletones. And the word tone equals note equals one of the loves. And then so it's very easy to find the other 2 loves. Wow. Oh my goodness. The first 5 letters equals love. The Pendletones is like the most loaded. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I've just proven to myself mathematically that the Triune God ordained the Beach Boys in the name of love. Somebody, get me an audience with the president. Somebody, just call the United States of America. So look at that. The Pendletones. You have got to be kidding me. Jehovah's not letting. Look at this. Here's love number 1. There it is. The THPE equals love. And then I can't resist the word tone, which equals note, which equals love. And then the rest of the letters, NDLES, equals love number 3. That's the original name of the Beach Boys by Divine Ordinance to the glory of Jehovah. The Pendletones. Now you can get there's so many loves you can find. TSO, just like we found in the Beach Boys. Okay? TSO, at the center of history. So remember, love is at the center of history. Just like it's at the center of Christ, and that gets wrapped in half a love, IR, and bookended with 33. Amen. So that famous STO you can find in both the Beach Boys and the Pendletones. In very similar positions. There's your O, there's your S, there's your S, there's your O, and then there's the T at the beginning. The famous OTS of world history, which equals love. Okay, are you getting this? This is the mind of God to glorify Himself. The Pendletones, that is my new favorite gem. Love plus love plus love. And now this reports here that they are chain linked and bookended with 3s. I have to slow down and breathe because otherwise we're going to go a little too fast here. So, chain linked EP, okay, with 21. And then bookended, of course, with the famous TS, just like that. If you want, you can do a lovely inset letters painting that makes a team of 3, 18 right there. Okay, and you've got this beautiful painting going on with lovely chain linking and bookending to make 3s. You've got the word note written here again. You can go like this to make 30. You've got, or you can get creative here. I mean, works of art will be done on all this stuff, but you could, do a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you can go like this and spell the word note, in red or something like that. The Pendletons. There's a beautiful painting in 3s there, but Pendletons equals love plus love plus love. I'm just going to save it for now and wherever. That is so huge. So there you go. See how that was worth it getting to the roots? Yeah, so you have to go to the beginning. When you go to the very beginning of it all, you get the juice. You get the best glory. Amazing. Brian Wilson. So Brian Wilson, okay, bookmark this. We're coming right back to this. And we're going to dig in especially into Brian because he is the clear leader of this whole thing. Okay, so here we go. So back to our story. That is huge. So who gave the band that name? Love encouraged and gave the band its fledgling. So Love came up with the name the Pendletones. Isn't that amazing? So his last name Love equals love, and he comes up with the name which equals triple love. And by Divine Ordinance, Mike Love is still alive and well and singing with them. As far as a portmanteau of Pendleton, a style of, well, Pendleton divides by 3, 7 instead of 15s. A style, because then they said the Pendletones. A style of woolen shirt popular at the time, and tone, which equals love, the musical turn. And this all came from the mind of Mr. Love. Though surfing motifs were prominent in their early songs, Dennis was the only avid surfer in the group. He suggested that the group compose songs that celebrated the sport and lifestyle that had developed around it within Southern California. The Beach Boys in Pendleton outfits. This is crazy. So that's why they were called the Pendletones, as they wore Pendleton outfits. But the threes on this is just too out of control. So look at them. Here's a photo of them wearing Pendleton outfits in a high school gym. Perhaps Hawthorne High, which equals 144. So there's your Pendleton outfits. And they were called the Pendletones. That is too perfect. So back to the word Pendleton. So there it is. The Beach Boys in Pendleton outfits performing at a local high school. So again, Pendleton is too kingly for 3. This is too good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I want to dig in a little extra into Mike Love as well, because he was the one that came up with the name. And oh my goodness, I mean, you talk about a deep glory fest here. This is the glory of God. And man, you're just going to be inspired to listen to their music and like fall in love. Okay, so Jardine and a singer friend went to Brian to see if he could help out with a version of a folk song they wanted to record, Sloop John B. Oh my goodness. Sloop John B divides by 3 in 3 words. Spoke with their father, a music industry veteran of modest success, and so their father's name is Murray, to meet his publisher, Height Morgan. The group performed a slower ballad, Their Hearts Were Full of Spring, but failed to impress Morgan. After an awkward pause, Dennis mentioned they had an original song, Surfin'. So that's what I need to listen to. Brian finished the song, and together with Mike Love, wrote Surfin' Safari. Well, Surfin' Safari divides by 3 both words. The group rented guitars, drums, amplifiers, microphones, and practiced for 3 days while the Wilsons' parents were on a short vacation in October 1961. So I need to listen to the song Surfin'. Let's, you can find it on YouTube. I don't want to violate copyright. Beach Boys original song. I hope it doesn't bring up Surfin' USA. See, Surfin'. So I don't want to violate copyright laws. You can find this for yourself and listen to. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to violate copyright, but you can listen to that yourself on YouTube. That sounds really interesting. I've never heard that. Okay, but you can listen to that on your own time. The group that because that was like the origin of these guys, the humble roots, and mathematically that word is the most stunning. It equals truth. Good night. It equals truth in 6 letters, 12 low, with the 2 27s equals love. Every central letter divides by 3. Bookends equal amen. It's too perfect. Oh my. And they practiced for 3 days. Of course, the famous phrase 3 days that Jesus was in the tomb is like the most loaded 3 fest of all time. Bookended, chain linked, all this stuff. Find love in it. It's really obvious. You slice it in half, you get your love. Plus 51. Okay, so 3 days. The Pendletones. I can't believe they're called the Pendletones, which equals love plus love plus love. And here's the Pendletones, calculated along with all the 3s. That's amazing. The Pendletones recorded the 2 surfing song demos in, excuse me, it's rather hot in here. I'm just taking off this long sleeve red shirt. Okay, so, In 1961, the Pendletons recorded the 2 surfing song demos in 12 takes. Oh, the 2 surfing song demos. So Surfing Safari is another song I have to listen to, because those are the origins at Keen Recording Studio. You gotta be kidding me. That adds to 888 tripled and tripled again. That equals Hawthorne High School. So let's get this straight. They first performed as a band at Hawthorne High School, which equals 888 tripled and tripled again. I'm assuming that may be where they went to school. Then they get their first recording at Keen Recording Studio, which in 3 words as well equals 888 tripled and tripled again, which equals the full birth name of Elvis Presley. Are you getting this? The sovereignty of God. But all the best gems are found in the humble roots of these stories. That's why I always take the most care and attention to solve the very origin of the whole thing. Who came up with the name? Where did the name come from? Who was the original founder? What were the original players? And what were the key names of things at the very, very humble beginnings before they were famous, before anyone knew anything? Only God knew what was going on. And only God knew what they would become. And God insists that He takes the glory for the beginning and end of everything. But the beginning is always the most juicy because that's the way it is. The first fruits are always the greatest for God. That's amazing. So Keen Recording Studios, 888 tripled and tripled again. Hawthorne High School, same number. This is profound. In 12 takes, no less. There's a nice 12. Okay. Breathe. Murray brought the demos to Herb Newman, owner of Candix Records and Era Records, and he signed the group on December 8th, 1961. So the group was signed. So their first recording that got them their first sign was at Keen Recording Studio, 888 tripled and tripled again, their first performance at Hawthorne High School, so to speak. And it was all about the 2 surfing song demos, both which divide by 3. Surfin' and Surfin' Safari. So Surfin', as we already discussed, sitting right there, and Surfin' Safari, the data on that is sitting right there. You gotta be kidding me. Both words are 6 letters apiece, dividing by 3 individually, chaining with 3. Safari equals love. What more can you ask for? Surfin' contains love at the center, with all the center letters dividing by 3. Safari equals love. So it's literally love plus amen. Surfin' Safari. Literally. And you can easily find the 2 loves in Safari, the 2 27s in Safari, because the RI in the end is 27, and Safa is 27 at the front. So Safari perfectly parallels the word love mathematically. I've just proven mathematically that every safari is an act of love. Now a surfing safari is just love galore. Are you getting this? This is the story of God. And of course record divides by 3, recorded triple eight. This is too good. This is too good. Okay, wow. Okay, find love in a record. Well, it's very easy. The 3 18s. R plus CO. Done. We found love in a record. And all recording. Whoa. Back it up. Back it up. Okay, so where were we in our humble beginnings here? Wow, so the Pendletons, which equals triple love, in October 1901, okay, so they took the demos, they got it signed by Herb Newman. Herb equals 33. Hey, Herb! 33. Okay. When the boys eagerly unpacked the first box of singles, oh my goodness. And these were the singles, folks. The singles were Surfin', right there. And then what do I see on there? 45 RPM. 45 is king for 3, a triple of 15. I got to zoom in on that. X at the top, 24. We got to zoom in on that image. And then the other one was Surfin' Safari. Oh man. 409. Surfin' Safari. So it's all about surfing for the, oh my goodness. Okay, so the Pendletons recorded the 2 surfing song demos in 12 takes at Keen Recording. That's too good. And then so if you put at in front of Keen Recording Studio, that just bumps you up higher. Like everything is dividing by 3. This is heaven. Okay. So when the boys eagerly unpacked the first box of singles, by the way, single. Let's not forget single equals 66 equals happy equals blessed. Now this is important for me because I've been thinking of the word single as, you know, a single person or a single item. But now I have to remember a single, as far as a musician is occurred, especially a baby musician that's just so excited to record their first single. Single equals 66 in 6 letters equals happy equals blessed equals family, and look at all the threes in there. So this is exciting. So when the boys eagerly unpacked the first box of singles, released both under the Candix label, Candix equals 55, that glorifies the number 3 in 6 letters, 12 strokes. I've preached on this a million times. Okay. And then if you say the Candix label, that all divides by 3 perfectly. In fact, that equals truth. So when you say the Candix label, that equals 120 bang on the nose. With equal hopscotch, 60-60. That's a miracle. Okay, and it starts with C, which is 3, ends in X, 24,888. You can't ask for more than 3 letters that divide by 3. It's just plain loaded. Okay, this is the third prime times 11, which is the fifth prime, and turn the third prime, 55. In text, divides by 3, 5 is the third prime, good night. Okay, so, and also as a promo issue under X Records, of course, X, okay, and Morgan's label, X Record equals truth as well. All these 87s. They were shocked to see their band had been renamed as the Beach Boys. So who came up with the name? That is a shock. God must have whispered it to someone in the night. Who came up with the name? They were shocked to see their band had been renamed as the Beach Boys. Murray Wilson called Morgan, citation needed, this is curious. Murray Wilson, the father of the 3 boys, plus the other family members, called Morgan and learned that Candix wanted to name the group the Surfers, to directly associate them with the increasingly popular team sport. But Russ Reagan, a young promoter with Era Records, who later became president of 20th Century Fox Records, noted that there already existed a group by that name, and he suggested calling them the Beach Boys. All right, so this is the juice that we need. Russ Reagan. This is the guy that we need to solve, because he's the one who came up with the name. He's the one that God ordained to speak the name for the first time that is now world famous. So, Russ Reagan. Do you see how everyone, God has a role for everyone? So, stage name as it is, a double of the 18th prime, but I bet you if we dig deeper, we'll get more juice. Watch this. Russ Reagan, born Harold Rustagan. The 39th prime, 3's there. Very good. He's a long-time record. I just want to see the tidbit on the Beach Boys here. The Beach. Yeah, here we go. He suggested the name of the Beach Boys when a Los Angeles group called the Pendletons had just recorded a song, Surfin'. Wow. 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 All these people that are a part of the story. Chariots of Fire. Look at all this. Oh my gosh. The genius of God never stops. So, well, Russ Reagan, we saw, born Harold Rustagan, the 39th prime, bang on the nose, 3 times 13. I'm happy. Fascinating. And then Russ Reagan, double of the 18th prime, not bad. And you can knit them together with all the other players involved. That's so cool. Now, what would happen if we put, that's +2, interesting. He suggested calling them the Beach Boys. So that's so cool. So that was it. So the Pendletons, that's a huge gem. Let's quickly dig into Brian, because Brian is clearly the root of the whole operation. So Brian Douglas Wilson, 3rd prime times 14th prime, could honestly, I've designed. Clearly this whole group is meant to be knit together. It was a team effort. But well, that's a lot. They went to church growing up, and let's see, beach themed period. So I gotta listen to Surfin' Safari. So their first paying gig was $300. There's a 3. There you go. And then which was their... seven-year contract with Capital. Wow. Yeah. Surfing USA. And the rest is history. Wow. I mean, there's so much details to read, but I'm satisfied with the origin, the roots that we've already solved. I'll probably upload this video first and do more myself while it's uploading. That is too good. And I'm going to listen to those first original songs myself, Surfing and Surfing Safari. Glory to God.